Hi, my name is Lydia.
Hello everyone, this is Ziggy and Lady.
Hello guys.
Yes, we are what's so-called digital nomads and we are promoting such a lifestyle. Do you guys know what is digital nomad? It's a person who works remotely and maintains income working or freelancing or having a business basically online. And today we are going to present you 7 options to choose from if you want to follow this lifestyle. So without further ado, let's jump right into the first one. The first one is copywriting. So that's something where we both have tried ourselves personally. Copywriting is a job where you have to create text content mostly. You should be able to structure your thoughts in text format. And we tried it ourselves for a couple of companies. My field was cryptocurrency. Regarding income, you should be expecting not as much money in the beginning as you could imagine. This is a job which requires skill set. Honestly, in the very beginning you might find it taking so much time, so complicated and difficult. But the good news is that within time it becomes easier and easier. That's what I experienced myself. What about you?
I just want to add up, so in the very beginning, as Ziggy said, it's pretty complicated, but if you will be developing your skills, you will become better and better and better, and you will be not wasting so much time on it. Basically, you can subscribe for some courses and learn how to do it pretty fast, and find some cheap courses online for free in Skillshare, for example, as I'm doing right now. I got the copywriting course, and it's super exciting to be like kind of in university, to have your homework checked and everything, and I'm really feeling that my texts are becoming stronger and stronger.
Correct. And for example, in the very beginning, one article, which is approximately 2 pages, I remember spending up to 4 hours, including the research. What is this and this terminology being used? After a week or so, maybe 2 weeks, depending on how fast, depending on your field, many factors, things get started. 2 pages, in my case, approximately $25. Not the biggest money in the world. Depending on how fast you are, you can develop basic income side hustle while traveling.
The second position is to be a teacher. If we're talking about their English speakers, so you can easily be English teacher. This job can be like on-site, and it also can be remotely. So on-site, a lot of people are going, for example, to China. Our friends did, and they're really liking it. So basically there you are going, they are providing you accommodation for free. You're getting a paycheck, approximately like 1,500 US dollars, as I remember correctly. It all depends on the school allocation for sure, and you are teaching kids, small kids. So basically you don't need to have a high education in teaching. You should just love kids, and you should just love this job. I was doing as well teaching when I was living in Korea, and I was taking like $10 per 1 hour, and I was having a couple of students. With some of them I was just practicing speaking. So basically we were just meeting for coffee, we were just talking about random things. It all depends on their students' interest, and I was getting $10. As well, if you want to do it remotely, you don't want to meet people like live, so then there are various platforms where you can actually apply as a teacher. You don't need the big qualification. It could be nice if you have some experience, like even volunteer experience, right? As well, you can just do the simple ad in this platform like Instagram or Facebook and say that you are like personal teacher. You can start doing the first lesson for free, and then if the people will like, they will actually become your students.
Continuing on pros and cons, the biggest advantage I see if you're working on site, for example, you dreamt about traveling to Malaysia. By the way, this is the country where we are right now at the moment. You arrive here and you meet people, you experience culture, you get emotions, you teach real people. Working remotely is also a big advantage, but is not as emotional. Talking about disadvantages, we have seen some examples where it's very low paid online. The good news as well is that actually there's plenty of languages to choose from. If you're Spanish, Russian speaking, Italian speaking, you can just translate from English to your native language. This way it works better according to the research.
And if you don't have experience and you really want to get one before starting teaching, so you can go for one of the volunteer programs. That's what I was doing actually. I was living in Italy for I think 3 or 4 months. I was living in an Italian family and I was teaching English in one of the school. I think most of you knows this program. It's called ISEC, and it's very nice. So you basically just go in, you're living in the host family, they are feeding you, you're getting a lot of connection. We were having people I think from 10 or 15 countries. It was so nice and we really love it, and I'm still in touch with most of them, and actually some of them became my best friends. So it was 2 in 1. I explored north of Italy, I got the new host family, and I also found new friends. So it's really nice opportunity for people who like traveling and who love people.
Dropshipping, that's a big one. The most popular way at the moment, according to my research, is taking one platform and connecting to another one. What I mean is taking, for example, AliExpress, finding a product which is trending and posting it on eBay or Amazon, right? Sounds smart. However, competition is real high. People got this idea, I would say 5 years ago, and you need to be very unique. Some other people suggest to start right away with exporting a product from these platforms and brand it by yourself. What it means, you find a product, you post it on Shopify, for example. It's a e-commerce platform which you can set up within minutes. You post it on Shopify, buy some ads, Facebook, Instagram, Google ads, doesn't matter, and you brand your own shop. You put a nice logo, you basically develop a brand, even though the product itself may not have any logo of yours. If you start today, probably within 1 year, you may expect to generate 1,000 euros. If you're really lucky, if you're pushing real hard, you may earn 2,000 plus. But as you can see, it's not something where you earn thousands and thousands of dollars or euros, because it requires a lot of work. And people brag about dropshipping. Numbers are really inflated, real big, because think about it. If you sell a product with 20% margin, generate 10,000 in revenue, your real profit is just 2,000. So numbers are real big. A lot of challenges along the way. The bigger the numbers get, the more documentation, the more papers, the more institutions will contact you, because numbers are huge but your profit is low, I would say. And in that case, you have to do real good documentation. PayPal will contact you, eBay will ask for invoices, and so on and so on. However, this is a nice alternative which you can start here and now.
The next one position is actually social media manager. I'm pretty sure that everybody is on Instagram, on Facebook, on Twitter, and one of the social media. This position is really nice for people who are already into social media. So basically you are starting earning money because you are managing some Instagram page of some cosmetic store, for example, or some shoe store. You are doing the content for them. You're making pictures. Yes, you are doing their editing of these pictures. You're creating really nice layout that everything will look super good, right? In one color and so on and so forth. So you are kind of designer from one part, from another part you are copywriter, because you're also writing text under the pictures. And actually that's what I am doing right now. So I'm having a couple of clients. I am basically doing their business page, so they're not doing anything, and I'm just working on their topics, I'm working on the pictures, I'm working that everything would be fine, that it would look nice. paycheck, because I think this is the most important that people are caring about, right? So it all depends. So if you're doing like 20 posts to 30 posts, if you're doing with text, without text, it all depends. Now approximately I'm getting like 200 euros per one client, and it's like 20-25 posts and stories, and also I'm writing text there. If you're having a couple of clients, like 5 clients, you can have 1,000, and the more you're working in this sphere, the easier it's becoming. So for me now to do their Instagram grid for like a 9 post is like, all depends, right? But like 1 hour, 2 hours max, and then basically you're free for 9 days. Because there are a lot of automated tools that you're just putting your pictures and it's automatically posting, so you don't need to care about it. You can have dinner in some restaurant, have some fun with friends, and pictures will be posting. And it doesn't matter in which time zone you are, because I'm working with Europe and now we're in Malaysia and everything is working fine already for 1 month and a half. I didn't have any problems with time zone because everything is automated, everything is there.
Pros and cons. How many times did you have to talk to the clients directly?
I would say interactions with client depends on the client, and usually it's like once per week. But in the very beginning, for sure, you're working with them more just because you need to change the name, you need to change the highlights, you need to talk a lot about different things. If you're the beginner, go to the agency, because they will teach you all the systematic approach, how you need to approach the client, and afterwards when you feel confident, then you can go for the new clients, right? Because there are a lot of small details that you're not thinking about, and actually they are appearing in the middle of nowhere, right? So go first to the agency if you are the beginner. If you are really good on Instagram, start finding clients right away. And also I would recommend to take some courses about it, like just some systematic courses where they will cover everything, because maybe you are thinking only about the content and you're not thinking about small details, how for example the stories can change visits of your shop, like of your Instagram business account, right? So there are a lot of small details, and you need to also be in this sphere all the time. That's one of the tricks that you need to know. If you want to be good at this, it's social media, you need to be all the time updated, because social media is changing like this. You know, you were thinking that, okay, it will work today. Yes, it will work today, but if you will use the same approach tomorrow, it cannot work just because they changed.
I changed my t-shirt, it's super hot. Right now we're going to talk about everything what's related to IT development and programming. In this case, I decided to talk about my own experience. It counts the most probably. Website developer's position, right? Depends on your skill set, depends how excited you are. So many factors. Are you doing it from scratch or are you using a platform? In my case, I was going for this light web development. I chose a WordPress platform and the themes, and then customizing themes so that they match customers' needs. Nowadays, WordPress web development is paid approximately $300 on Fiverr. The biggest con probably that you need a nice working space. For example, I got used to doing that on 2 monitors. While traveling, of course, you will have a small laptop screen. You need to concentrate a lot. While traveling, doing that is a bit harder. Internet speed. Consider having great internet speed while traveling.
We are talking about digital designer, where the internet speed is also really important, by the way. You can start with the designing a one page landing page. One page landing page. Makes sense. So you don't need to have a lot of skills for this, because there are platforms like Wix.com, for example, Instapage.com, and all the others where you can learn on the go. You don't need to know how to code. You will basically just move the objects and that's it. So you need to have this taste of the page. You need to have, if you are having more skills, if you took some courses, right? If you are basically working in this sphere for already like half a year, right? You can start doing the logos, for example. You can start doing the design of their Shopify page, of some business pages, of the website as well. So it's all about you, and it's all about what project you will find, because there are a lot of them, and designers, good designers, are needed all the time. And it's also the page tag gonna be different, right? So if you are doing the just landing page, it can be $25 per landing page, but it will not take so much time for you, right? Especially if you're using some platforms like Wix.com, for example. And if you're going for something more complicated, then for sure the page are gonna be more and more and more, and you can get, I think, $2,000 or something for some projects.
For a landing page.
No, for another project, not for landing page, for different projects, right?
Yeah,
so let's move on to the next one.
Here we go. Let's talk about video editing. It's also a growing market. More and more cameras are available, and good quality cameras.
Yeah.
If you have done that before on amateur basis and you found yourself enjoying that and you made a breakthrough to more professional approach, this is something to consider.
Just do it.
Just do it. The internet speed in Asia is not good though. If you're a digital nomad trying to make a living of it, you really need to be...
You need to consider that in not all the places.
You need to be good at finding good internet.
Yeah.
Even though you pay more, the places not necessarily have good internet speed. This profession is very time consuming, it's well paid. One video takes approximately from 5 to 6 hours of editing, and you can expect $15 per hour for your work.
Yeah, and actually you need to love it. If you're really loving it, it's not your work, it's basically your life, and you're just experiences this joy of doing it for 5-6 hours. If you don't like it, as I think I don't like it because I'm having really problems with learning how to do it, then it's a pain in the ass. Honestly, it's like so much trouble. So if you don't like doing it, don't do it, because you will not enjoy it. One of the main tip that we have, if you have your own accommodation and you're leaving to travel the world to see other cultures, you should rent it out. It's like must, and you should use Airbnb for this.
Correct.
Yes.
Airbnb platform. You can do Agoda homes. You can be booking homes.
Yeah.
Any platform. If it's your own property, highly recommended. Rent it out. Find somebody who does cleaning, takes care of management. But more or less, it's good income, and maybe you don't need to work for the first few months if you generate good income.
And if you have good apartment, basically. Like
also
this.
consider talking to your landlord if you are renting out at the moment. Maybe you are allowed to sub-rent it.
Yes.
You know, communication is the key.
So we also prepared for you the top companies that are actually hiring remotely. So you can take a look at the description below, right? And just to sum up, so the 7 top remote jobs that we were talking about today was the social media manager, developer, video editing. What else?
I think we are not telling them in the right order.
Okay, perfect. So let's tell them in the right order.
Where are we?
So thank you for watching us. Follow us on YouTube, because we will be providing more videos with content for digital nomads and people who want to quit their office job and work remotely.
And please post a comment, ask a question, we will try to answer. We are newbies like you are, and we will help you from the bottom of the heart.
Yes. Below you will find our Instagrams, where you can actually even ask the question directly to us through direct messages, or start following us on Instagram, because we are posting daily stories and different posts.
Especially her.
Especially me. I mean me.
Yeah.